triple product of vectors जैसा जैसा हम लोग मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ टू वैक्टर्स देखा, सेम उससे सिमिलर इसमें ट्रिपल प्रोडक्ट में हम लोग प्रोडक्ट मल्टीप्लिकेशन करेंगे थ्री वैक्टर्स का। जिस प्रकार मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ टू वैक्टर्स केम आउट एज अ स्केलर क्वांटिटी और वैक्टर प्रोडक्ट, सेम हियर वी विल सी दैट here we will see a multiplication of three products through a scalar and through cross. Let's start from a scalar. Remember, this is a triple product. We divide into two parts. So first is a scalar triple product. A scalar triple product, and second we have vector triple product. Vector triple product, you can call it as a dot triple product and it as a cross triple product. This is written in short form HT by HTP and this by VTP. Okay, so S means scalar, T means triple, P means product. So we are starting from a scalar triple product. I have PPT. First of all I will read, then I will tell you what is it. So the scalar triple product, yeah, we are going to discuss about it. As its name may suggest, results in a scalar. It is telling you this a scalar triple product is telling you, this is telling you that result will be our a scalar quantity. After multiplying, result would be a scalar quantity, as we saw when we were discussing about multiplication of two vectors, one coming result as a scalar quantity. Same here will happen. So results in a scalar as its result, it is a means of a combination three vectors y cross vector product and a dot product given the vectors. First we have this first vector whose values is I plus a2 z plus a3 k, and b we have b1 I plus b2 z plus b3 k, and c third vector. Since we are taking three vectors, that's why it is important to have three vectors. So c will be c1 I cap plus c2 j cap plus c3 k cap. Okay, we got these three vectors. Yes, next sentence is a scalar triple product will involve a dot product. Yeah, we will involve one dot product and one cross product. Means you can say this a vector then dot. So this one is a dot and second would be cross, like this, and result we will get a scalar quantity. Or you can say like this, a into b, this is one cross product and second would be dot product. This is our scalar triple product where there are three vectors and one is we applied a dot product and cross product, but result would be a scalar quantity. Clear? A scalar quantity. Okay, you will have to apply one dot and one cross. among these three vectors. This is our scalar triple product. So formula is A into A dot product B multiple B cross dot product. This is our formula. This is our formula. First, your work is to multiple this B by C by using cross product. Since this is a cross product, yeah, cross product. So let's prove first of all B multiple C will be only these two vectors we are going to take. So this is I, J, K. You know it provides a negative and positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, like this. This is a rule of a determinant, yeah. So I, in the place of I we have B, am I correct? B1, B2, B3, this vector. In the place of I we have C1, C2 and C3. Now your work is to multiple. If you are taking I, then what will happen? You will multiply this by this, this by this. B2 into C3 B2 C3 minus B3 C2, then negative J cap. Now B1 into C3, B1 into C3 minus B3 into C1, positive K cap. B1 into C1, B1 into C2 minus B2 into C1. Finally we got this thing after multiple, after using determinant. By using determinant we got this thing. We got this thing. Now we have applied cross product. Left product is left vector is A. Since we left this A, so now our work is to use a dot product. This one product and this. Here we will use dot product. Dot product. So simply you can say in place of I, J, K, we will replace all this I, J, K by this A1, A2, A3. In place of AI, in place of I we have A1, in place of J we have A2, in place of K we have A3. So finally you can write B multiple C, which is equal to A1 B2 C3 minus B3 C2 minus, in place of J we have A2. So B1 C3 minus B3 C1 plus, in place of K we have A3. So this thing is B1 C2 minus B2 C1. Clear? This thing we got. From this we will get exact formula that we need to use. When question is saying apply STP or scalar triple product, So exact formula is nothing but A dot B cross C, which is equal to determinant of A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. That's it. And then simplify it further. Okay, further. Further. Let me erase. What if question is saying this is into A into B dot C. In that case, A cross B dot C. Here you can see this dot will come firstly. So C1, C2, C3. Then we have B. Remember, you will have to follow a direction. A, B, C. This kind of a direction. Like this. This kind of a direction. So here you can see A, B, C. We have said this. Now B, C, A. Now we will take B, C, A. First we took A, B, C. Now we will take B, C, A. So B dot A multiple C. A multiple C. I think it took like this. BAC. BAC. In that case, B will come first in the first place. B1, B2, B3. Then A1, A2, A3. C1, C2, C3. Here we will apply minus because we interchange the order. Interchange, that's all. Again you are interchanging it. Then you will use again negative sign. So negative will become positive. Negative will become positive. Clear? For example, you are going to change order in this vector. In that case, for example, this A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 minus A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So this is equal to A into B multiple C. B cross C. From here we just interchange. Means first of all we bring A over here and B multiple C. If you do like that, then you will apply sign of negative. Sign of negative. Sign of negative. So formula will be nothing but B dot A cross C. It is equal to Since we applied negative, that's why both will be equal. A into A dot B cross C. Value will be same even after changing order. Okay. Now let's take a question based on this concept. Based on this concept. Question is A is equal to 2I cap plus 3J cap minus 1K cap. B is equal to minus I cap plus J cap. C is equal to 2I cap plus 2J cap. So question wants this A dot B cross C. Same formula we will use. It will be equal to how much? Remember, you will get a value which will be magnitude, not a direction. Not a direction. Since we have A, B, C. A, B, C. First of all, we will use cross product for B and C. So B multiple C. You don't need to follow a lengthy method. No. Simple, short, a smart method you can use, which we found. So this is equal to first A1. So this A1 is nothing but 2, A2 is a 3, and A3 is a minus 1. B1 is a minus 1, plus 1, and 0. C1 is 2, 2, and C3 is a 0. This is our determinant. Okay. We just used determinant. Now our work is to simplify this further 2. So this will be 1 into 0. This will become 0, 0, 3, again 0, 1. So minus 2 and minus 2 will be equal to minus 4. This will be our answer. Minus 4 is our answer. That is how you will solve. Clear? But it's not our answer. It's answer with it. This is our answer. If you want to write this into vector form, it is very easy. Since this is a minus 4k, so our final would be 0 I cap plus 0 j cap minus 4k cap. Okay, minus 4k cap. But our final answer is 4. This is in vector form. Since we know that result of this result after using STP will come out as a value which will be a magnitude, not a I cap, J cap, K cap. Okay, this is in vector form which we wrote. This was the first question. What if there is no bracket? Okay, there is no bracket. B crosses C. There is a no bracket. Then what will happen? What will happen? Then you can say, you can say that this is equal to C cross B dot A. Let me explain. A is given as A1 I cap plus A2 J cap plus A3 K cap. B B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus B3 K cap. C is equal to C1 I cap plus C2 J cap plus C3. Here our focus is on bracket. If a bracket is not given, is not applied in this equation, in this formula, question is saying A into B multiples A dot B cross C, A dot B cross C. There is a no bracket. Do we need to confuse? My answer is no. For this, we can have a little bit different method, but not too much different. So this will be our same A1, A1, A2, A3. Okay. Then we have a B. So B2, B1, not B2. B1, B2, B3. Okay. Then we have C, C1, C2, C3. Simple. First we have A, then here we will write A1, A2, A3. Second we have B, B1, B2, B3. Third we have C, C1, C2, C3. Same. First is coming what? C, then B, A, C, B, A, C, B, A. Just we are writing this is C in the place of A and A in the place of B. B is the same. Just we are interchanging. Just we are replacing C1 by A1. That's it. If we will do like that, then we will use we will apply this sign, which is a negative. It is used when we change orders. Okay. So here C1, C2, C3, B1, B2, B3, A1, A2, A3. Got it? Again you want to change its order. Then what will happen? Negative will become positive. Negative will become positive. Now you want to replace this B1 by A1. So negative is going to become positive. C1, C2, C3, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, B3. From this view, you can write what? A dot B cross C is equal to minus C dot B cross A, which is equal to C dot A cross B. Okay, this thing you will get. This thing. Got it? Have a look. Now it's a time to explore vector triple product. We have done STP. We saw concept regarding STP, and we did question based on STP. STP. That's why I am saying you it is enough. Now let's explore VTP, which is vector triple product. Again, we will see concept about VTP. Then one question. The vector triple product. Let's read some sentences about it. The vector triple product, as its name suggests, produce a vector. Means when we will multiple three vectors, then result would be again vector. Okay. From the name we can see result is going to be a vector after multiplying three vectors. It is the result of taking the cross product. First we will take cross product of one vector with the cross product of two other vectors Means when we are talking about VTP, we don't care about the dot. Okay, only we will use cross. So cross product of one vector with cross product of two vectors. So formula for it will be A cross B cross C. Okay. So this is equal to first A dot C into B. A dot C into B minus now A dot B into C. A dot B into C. This is formula which will provide a short method to bring answer. So equation will be like this: A cross B cross C. Then we will use this formula: A dot C into B minus A into A dot B into C. That's it. We will see proof behind it, or you can say logic behind it. Logic behind it. Let's prove. How did it come? Let's see derivation. Whatever you can say. You know, question will provide three vectors, value of three vectors. So first will be A is equal to A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. B1 I cap plus B2 j cap plus B3 k cap. C will be equal to C1 I cap plus C2 j cap plus C3 k cap. This is given by the question. We are going to bring this thing which is written upward and work out the various dot and cross product to show that the resultant is the same. Okay. Note the vector A cross B cross C must be in the same plane. Remember, all these three should be in a plane. Okay, as B and C. This is due to fact that the vector that results from the cross product is perpendicular to both the vectors. Means A is the perpendicular to B into C. This is the meaning of it. Okay. So first vector is a perpendicular to other two vectors, which is with a cross vector. Okay. Perpendicular to both the vectors whose product has just been taken. Since one can say that A cross B cross C is on the same plane as B and C, it follows that. Okay, okay, now where A and B are scalars. So figure is something like this. This is figure. This is figure. X, Z, X, Z, and this is Y. B is like this, and C is in this direction, and A cross. This is a perpendicular to B cross C. B cross C, and the plane is BC plane. BC plane. BC plane. Here you can see B cross C is a perpendicular to B cross C. B cross C. B cross C. Now look at over here. First we will take B cross C, which is in bracket. So B cross C will be equal to I cap, J cap, K cap. Just C, B and C, B and C. B1 and B2. B2 is a 0 and B3 is a 0. Now C1 and C2, but C3 is a 0. C3 is a 0. When you will simplify it, you will get a B cross C, which will be equal to B1 C2 K. B1 into C2 K. Okay, you see this thing, area of a parallelogram. First figure we have like this. This is theta and it is a height. This is A vector and this is B vector. We know that it's a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Parallelogram. And next we have which is a rectangle. And height we will get, this is a height. It is rotated by theta. This is A and it's a B. This figure is nothing but rectangle. And first we have parallelogram. We will find area and volume. Area and volume. Area of a parallelogram, volume of a parallelogram, area of a triangle, volume of a triangle. All these things we will find. Okay. So first area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram will be equal to H into B. H into magnitude of B. Look at over here. Since we have a parallelogram, can you say whatever will be magnitude of this B vector will be also same for this? Whatever will be value of this vector will be same for this. You can say. So just we are finding area of a parallelogram. It is also what rectangle, not the exact rectangle. Just we can say H multiple B. H multiple B will provide area of a parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram. So we are not using vector B vector. No, we are using magnitude of a B. Just we want a magnitude. Okay, magnitude. So over here, this will become vector A sin theta magnitude of a B. Try to understand. Since we have H which is a horizontal, exact vertical. This H is exact vertical. So only we want exact vertical. For exact vertical, according to this theta, this component will be cos theta and this component will be sin theta. This component will be sin theta. This component sin theta. Okay. So we want, since we want vertical, so vertical is our sin theta. Clear? Sin theta. One this component and one vertical component. So vertical component we want. So A sin theta into B. So finally we got A into B sin theta. Clear? Sin theta. Value of 90 degree. Since here degree is 90. If a degree is 90, so last equation will be A cross B. Or you can say this can be written as A cross B. A cross B. That is how you will find area of a parallelogram. Now area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. We have H and this is a base. and H. We try to understand. We don't have an exact vertical value of vertical. So again, I think here we will take one component, or you can say we will break this one component. So area of a triangle, would be equal to half into this base into H, and this is equal to 1 by 2. Here we don't have an exact value of a vertical. That's why it's a compulsory to break one thing to break two component. So of course A sin theta, okay, B A sin theta. So 1 by 2, this calculated as A cross B, B, mod of A cross B. Got it? So to calculate area of a triangle, we have this thing which is 1 by 2 mod of A cross B. And to find out the area of a parallelogram, we have mod of A cross B. A cross B. Clear? A cross B. 1 by 2 and A cross B. A cross B. A cross B. 1 by 2. A cross B. That's it. It's not too much confusion.